The discovery of Jay Slater's body has cast a heavy shadow across both his hometown and the sun-drenched hillsides of Tenerife where he vanished. For his mother, Debbie Duncan, the news was not just tragic, it was devastating in ways words can barely capture. After more than 4 weeks of desperate searching, endless speculation, and sleepless nights, Debbie has now been forced to confront the unthinkable truth. Her son is gone. But the questions surrounding how and why his body lay undiscovered for so long, so close to where he was last seen, have only deepened her anguish. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is not simply the story of a teenager lost in foreign mountains. It has become a painful saga of unanswered questions, of a mother's relentless fight for clarity, and of a community left grappling with grief. A teenager's disappearance. 17-year-old Jay Slater had traveled from his hometown in the UK to Tenerife for what was meant to be a carefree holiday with friends. Like many his age, it was his first taste of independence abroad, a chance to enjoy music, sunshine, and freedom. But on that fateful morning, Jay never made it back to his accommodation. Witnesses last recalled him walking alone on a rugged mountain trail, miles from the nearest town. Phone records showed his final call to a friend, where he sounded lost and disoriented. Then nothing. For weeks, the hills around Masca were scoured by local authorities, volunteers, drones, and search dogs. His disappearance captured international attention, sparking comparisons to other high-profile missing persons cases. Social media exploded with theories, armchair detectives dissecting every detail, while his family clung to hope. Through it all, Debbie remained a constant presence. She gave interviews, coordinated with police, and begged for help from the public. Her determination was fierce, anchored in the belief that her son could still be alive somewhere, waiting to be found. The agonizing discovery. On a crisp morning nearly 5 weeks later, search teams located a body lying only yards from Jay's last confirmed sighting. The discovery was chilling not just for its finality, but for its proximity. How could he have been there all along, so close, yet hidden from countless search efforts? For Debbie, the revelation hit like a tidal wave. She had hoped for closure, yes, but closure had always meant finding her son alive. Now, closure felt like betrayal. "I'm totally devastated," she whispered to reporters, her voice cracking under the weight of grief. "They told me they found him so close to where he was last seen. How could that be? We need answers." Her words echo the questions that now dominate conversations online and in the streets of her hometown. The questions that haunt. The circumstances of Jay's discovery have opened a chasm of doubts. Families in such situations often seek comfort in explanations, yet for Debbie, the explanations have only grown murkier. Why wasn't his body found earlier? Search teams had combed the area extensively. Drones had hovered above, scanning for anomalies. Dogs had been brought in. How could Jay have lain there unseen? What exactly caused his death? Was it a tragic accident, a fall on treacherous terrain? Or were there other factors at play? Toxicology results, injuries, and timeline reconstruction are all critical pieces of the puzzle. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Why was he alone? Jay's decision to leave his friends and head into the mountains has never been fully explained. Did he trust someone he shouldn't have? Was he disoriented, pressured, or misled? Did authorities do enough? Debbie has expressed quiet frustration at how the search was managed. Could earlier action have changed the outcome? These unanswered questions weigh heavily on a mother's broken heart. A mother's fight. Debbie is not content to simply mourn. She has vowed to keep fighting until every question surrounding Jay's final moments is answered. In press conferences and interviews, she has called for a full review of the search operation and a transparent investigation into how her son's body went undetected for so long. "I won't rest until I know what really happened to my boy," she said firmly. "He deserves more than this. We deserve more than this." Her words are not just about grief, they are about justice, dignity, and truth. For Debbie, the truth is the only balm against the unrelenting pain of losing a child. The weight of public scrutiny. In the digital age, tragedies unfold not in private, but in the relentless glare of public attention. Jay's disappearance became a subject of debate, speculation, and rumor across social platforms. Amateur sleuths pored over maps, while conspiracy theories multiplied. For Debbie, this scrutiny has been a double-edged sword. On one hand, the publicity kept her son's case alive, ensuring authorities stayed engaged. On the other, the wild theories and cruel comments added layers of suffering. Imagine the agony of scrolling through messages suggesting foul play, cover-ups, or blaming Jay himself for poor decisions. Grief is already unbearable, but online judgment can make it suffocating. The ripple effect of loss. Jay's death is not just a personal tragedy for his family, it is a community-wide wound. His school friends, neighbors, and even strangers who followed the search from afar have been left shaken. Memorials have sprung up, with flowers, candles, and handwritten notes paying tribute to a boy remembered for his energy, kindness, and laughter. In his hometown, the local football club held a moment of silence. Classmates shared photos and stories online, painting a picture of a vibrant teen whose life was just beginning. "He was the happiest person in the room," said one friend. "He had the smile that could make anyone feel better. I still can't believe he's gone." The grief stretches beyond borders, resonating with parents everywhere who shudder at the thought of their own child lost in a foreign land. Authorities under pressure. With Debbie demanding answers, Spanish authorities now face mounting pressure to explain the circumstances. Official statements have thus far been cautious, emphasizing the need for forensic results and urging patience. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Privately, however, investigators are said to be puzzled. If Jay had fallen or collapsed, why weren't there obvious signs earlier? If he had wandered, why did he remain so close to his last known point? The coming weeks will likely bring more clarity, but also more scrutiny. Debbie's demands ensure that any hint of negligence or oversight will not be ignored. A symbol of fragility. At its core, Jay's story is a stark reminder of life's fragility. One moment, a young man is laughing with friends, planning adventures, savoring freedom. The next, he is gone, leaving behind a trail of grief and mystery. For Debbie, this fragility is now her reality. The dreams she had for her son, for his future, his career, his own family one day have been stolen. What remains are memories, photographs, and an unyielding demand for the truth. The long road ahead. Grief does not follow a straight path. For Debbie, the days ahead will be marked by both numbness and unbearable pain. Yet her determination may also become her strength. By demanding answers, she channels her grief into action, refusing to let her son's death fade into silence. In the end, Jay's story is not just about tragedy. It is about a mother's love, unyielding, unbreakable, even in the face of the worst imaginable loss. It is about community solidarity, strangers uniting to search, to pray, to remember. And it is about the lingering mystery of how a teenager's life could end so suddenly, so close to safety, yet so far from home. Conclusion: a call for truth. Debbie's words, "We need answers," resonate as both a plea and a demand. Her grief may be deeply personal, but her fight has become symbolic of something greater: the universal right of families to know the truth about their loved ones. For now, the hills of Tenerife hold secrets that only time and investigation can reveal. But one thing is certain: Debbie will not stop asking questions. She cannot, because behind every unanswered question is the image of her son, smiling, full of life, and gone far too soon. Jay Slater's story will be remembered not just as a tragedy, but as a testament to a mother's love and a community's compassion. And while the answers may take time, his memory already lives on, etched forever in the hearts of those who loved him and in the determination of a mother who refuses to let his story end in silence. Subscribe the channel to get such videos.